Dassault began the development of a twin-engine, single-aisle airliner in the spring of 1969. The French aircraft manufacturer, buoyed by the success of its business jet Mystère X, was confident in its program. However, it was already extremely pricey. That is why the state funded around 56% of the budget. The manufacturer contributed 14%, while various economic and institutional partners funded the remaining 30%. At the time, practically everything Marcel Dassault and his son Serge did was celebrated and successful. As a result, the Mercure program, the name given to this aircraft, was guaranteed a bright future. Furthermore, the Clodo-Aldian aircraft builder was very clever in surrounding itself with reputable European subcontractors. Dassault would collaborate with ADAP in Belgium, Canadair in Canada, CASA in Spain, FW in Switzerland, and most notably, Fiat in Italy. Each was in charge of a portion of the airliner. The final assembly took place in Mérignac, France. Aesthetically, Dassault's designers picked a relatively conventional twin-engine jet with sweeping wings, a classic fuselage, a slightly pointed nose, and a low cruciform tail. Its two Pratt & Whitney JT8D15 engines, mounted beneath the wings, gave it a striking resemblance to a French copy of the Boeing 737. However, the analogy to the American Star airplane ends there. The French engineers made an error in their aircraft's commercial success. They limited its fuel capacity, reducing its range significantly with a commercial load. The aircraft's cabin was planned for 150 passengers, although the Mercure could hold up to 162 in a high-density configuration. The airliner was given the commercial designation Mercure 100. The first prototype took its first flight on Friday, May 28, 1971. Jean Courreau, the chief test pilot, was joined in the cockpit by test pilot Jérôme Rézel and test engineer Gérard Joyeuse. They flew the aircraft at the 1971 Paris Air Show less than a week later. Marcel Dassault and Georges Pompidou, President of the Republic, were both present. A few months later, the airline Air Inter ordered 10 production aircraft. Air France was expected to follow suit, but the national airline did not do so. It flew Boeing 727s and 737s, which suited it far better than the Dassault Mercure 100. Similarly, the French Air Force rejected the aircraft, even though it could have been an excellent fit for the GLAM or Group of Ministerial Air Liaison. At the time, the latter flew Douglas DC-8s and Sud Aviation Caravels to secure presidential transportation. The aircraft was certified by France on February 12, 1974, and commenced commercial operations in June of that year. Air Inter initially flew it between Paris-Lyon and Paris-Toulouse, before expanding to Paris-Marseille and Paris-Nice routes. Unlike its main competitors, the Boeing 737 and the Douglas DC-9, the Dassault Mercure 100 could only fly domestically or to short-haul destinations such as Amsterdam, Brussels, London, or Rome. Furthermore, Dassault's industrial partners airlines declined to participate. To make matters worse, the Mercure 100 was rapidly hit by two main economic factors: the oil crisis and the depreciation of the U.S. currency. Dassault's industrial adventure appeared to be finished in December 1975, when the production line closed following the delivery of the 10th production aircraft. The aircraft's career was primarily limited to domestic flights until the late 1980s, followed by European flights from the early 1990s until its retirement from service with Air Inter. The French airline ceased commercial operations in April 1995. By then, the Dassault Mercure 100 was entirely obsolete. Nonetheless, the 10 production units and the second prototype put into service by the airline 12 years ago completed 360,000 flight hours, transporting 44 million passengers. The Mercure 100 was never involved in a serious accident, making it one of the safest airliners in history. Despite its major flaws, the Dassault Mercure 100 allowed the Hauts-de-Seine-based manufacturer to investigate a flight domain required to develop future wide-body jets. A Mercure 200 with the Franco-American CFM-86 engine was explored, but it never went beyond the drawing board. Today, numerous models are kept in Europe, including one at the Musée de l'Air et de l'Espace at Le Bourget and another at the Technik Museum in Speyer, Germany. Furthermore, the École supérieure des métiers de l'aéronautique in Montpellier, maintains an aircraft used for student engineer training. After the Mercure, the French firm never built another airliner. If anyone knows more details about this plane, please let us know in the comment box. We bring you some good information on aerospace. Please like and share the video and subscribe the channel.